Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to. Today we are doing a full face of shopmissa. Now if you don't know, shopmissa is a really affordable makeup company. Like everything they have costs pretty much $1, and the things that don't cost $1, they donate the extra money to children, education, and animals. So we are going to jump into doing a full face with everything I have in this bag. Okay, so before I do my eyebrows, I'm going to prime my eyelids. I got the AOA Studio Perfect Eyeshadow Primer. And then I'm going to prime my face also so that can sit in for a minute while I'm doing my brows. I have the AOA Studio Wonder Skin Illuminating Primer. So we're going to see how these work out first. Oh, there's no smell to it. I like to smell everything first before I put it on my skin. It feels nice and like thick. That's illuminating for sure. Okay, wow, I'm literally glowing from that. Now I'm going to use the AOA Studio Perfect Eyeshadow Primer. There was different shade ranges. I just got like the neutral color. This is going on just like any other primer I've used before. A little bit of a smell, but nothing too crazy. All right, now I'm going to do my brows with the AOA Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil. So it does have a spoolie on one side, and then it has a pencil crown on the other side, and it has a nice angle to it, so this should work pretty well. I'm just going to spoolie through my eyebrows first. I'm growing them out a little bit, so they are going to look a bit messy. But I found for me, if I brush them like upwards first, I kind of get a better shape to them. I used to do them like on a more downward angle, but up seems to work for me. And then they're kind of like a little more fluffy. Now I'll draw them. Draw them in. Okay, so I'm going to carve them out now. I'm just going to put some concealer underneath them. And this is also from, everything today is going to be from shopmissa. So this is the AOA Studio Wonder Cover Concealer. And the shade I have is light yellow for that. And then I'm using a brush by the Beauty Shop. I didn't purchase any of their brushes. I just got all the makeup. Literally all the makeup. So I'm just going to go under with some concealer, and then I'm going to carve out my brows and just clean them up a little bit. Okay, brows are pretty good. That took me a little while to blend that out, so I just did it off camera so you don't have to spend your whole day with me. Now we're going to move on to foundation. I got the AOA Studio Buildable Satin Foundation in the shade Soft Tan. I was a little more tan when I purchased this, so when I shade matched myself, I'm a little nervous. It might be a little too dark, but that concealer's pretty light, so we'll make it happen. I just put a little bit on the back of the sponge. Oh, the sponge I got the it's the A+ edition Wonder Blender. You probably won't even be able to see it. So this was $1.88 instead of $1. So then the money went to children's futures and education, which is wonderful. So I just put a very little bit because I don't know how far this is going to go. Well, it's a little darker than me, but we'll figure it out. Oh, it smells amazing. It has like a really clean smell. It's a little on the dark side, but I'll fix it. Okay, so I am looking a little Oompa Loompa-ish, but that isn't the company's fault or anything. I was just really tan when I bought this color. But it's nothing we can't fix with some concealer and bronzer. So this actually like spread really nicely. My skin feels really soft. I feel like my skin is still breathing. It's just a little on the orange side for me. And that's not anybody's fault except my own. So I'm going to go in with that same concealer I used earlier. And we are going to fix it up. This feels really thick. So So I'm just going to do one side first, and then we'll do the other side. See if we can't brighten up that color. All right, we're slowly getting better. Now I'm going to go in with the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder, and I got in the shade of Brightening. So everywhere I just placed concealer, I'm just going to go in with that same sponge, and I'm just going to set it. Sorry, I'm trying not to spill it all over the place. For bronzer, I'm going in with the Jeffree Sun Glow Shimmer Bronzer. And I believe, sorry, I have my whole list of everything I bought here. It's in the shade of Sunset. And that powder went on. It was really easy to apply too. And it had a nice smell to it, just like a regular powder smell. I apologize if I sound weird. I haven't been feeling too well. Oh. We're going to have to blend this out. Since this bronzer is a little more on the redder side than I would like, I'm just going to dip back into my brightening setting powder, and I'm just going to go over it a little bit and lighten that up a little bit. Then I'm just going to take a foundation brush and kind of blend it all out. For blush, I got the Malibu Glitz blush in the shade of Coral. Oh, it has a nice little sponge in there. I won't be using that today, but I just thought this was really pretty when I saw it online, how it's like, has that rose indentation on there. So I don't think I'm going to use that much blush today. Let's just test it on my arm. It doesn't seem to be anything too much for me, but I am already feeling a little extra. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit, just to use it. There we go. All right, before we get into eyes, I'm going to use the Zuri Flawless Makeup Setting Mist with a semi-gloss finish. It says, keeps your makeup looking gorgeously, just applied for up to 16 hours. Helps prevent makeup from melting, fading, or settling into fine lines with a weightless semi-gloss finish. For eyes today, I got the Imma Beach palette. It came with 9 separate individual shades, and I just had to pop them into the palette themselves. Now this itself was $10, but if you think about it, I got 9 shades, so each shade cost $1, and then the palette holder itself, since it came separate, that was $1. So each thing was still $1. So here's the shades we're going to work with today. I always like to use bright things, but maybe we'll try to keep it neutral today. I don't know. We'll see. All right, for my crease, I'm going to go into this light brown shade with an e.l.f. eye crease brush. I'm going to take a different e.l.f. Brush, the eye blending brush, and I'm going to go into this mauve shade here, and I'm going to put that in my outer corner. I'm going to take my JS10 brush, and I'm going to go into the shimmery mauve color, and I'm just going to put that in the middle of my lid. I'm going to flip that same brush over, and I'm going to go into this shimmery pigment right here and put that in my inner corner. I'm going to take my JS13 brush, and I'm going to go into this dark brown, and I'm going to put that under. I'm also going to go into a little bit of that dark mauve color with the same brush right on top. For a highlight, I'm just taking a Luxie Precision Crease brush, and I'm going into that shimmer shade at the top that we used earlier, and I'm just putting this along my brow bone. For eyeliner, I'm using the Amuse Cosmetics 2-in-1. So this is pretty cool because the top is a pencil liner, and then the bottom, just unscrew it, and it is a liquid liner with a very fine point. So I'm going to use the pencil on my lower lash line, and I'm going to use the liquid above, and I'll be right back. All right, so that went on really well. The pencil liner, I thought it took a little while to build up, but I mean, that's like my only complaint of the entire day so far. So for mascara, I have the AOA Studio Fat Lash Primer first, and then I have the AOA Studio Fat Lash Mascara it's just L19, so it's just going to be black. The primer is white. I've never used a mascara primer before, so let's see what happens. I need my mirror, hold on. Okay, let's try it again now that I have a mirror, and I'm not going to blind myself. All right, I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then I'm going to put the mascara on top. All right, so let's go in with the mascara. I am going to apply false lashes too that I purchased from shopmissa, but I just wanted to be able to test out the mascara also. And mascara works, no, lashes work better when they can like bind to your mascara because they have something to kind of stick to besides the glue. I must say, for $1, this is working really well. Oh, I didn't prime my bottom lids. Hold on. Be right back. Also, I meant to say bottom lashes, not lids. So I just put the primer on, and now we're going to do the mascara. I think I'm going to skip lashes today because that mascara worked really well. The lashes I did get were, this is from Carrot Beauty, 415s. And then this is AOA Studio in the style of Aria. And I had to pick that name because that's one of my daughter's names. Don't tell the other one they didn't have her name. I might post some pictures later when I send them out to shopmissa, so I might put these lashes on later on. For lips, we're going to go in with the AOA Studio Wonder Lip Liner. This is in the shade Faded. I don't even think this is going to show up on my skin, but we'll see. Yeah, it is what the name says, Faded. But that's fine. Again, it's really hard to buy colors of things online because you can't match them up against yourself. And for lipstick, I'm going in with AOA Studio in the shade Bliss. So this should be fine by itself. Only thing left before we set, I have the AOA Studio Dewy Cream Highlighter in the shade of Silk. It's really super creamy and really pretty, like actually kind of blinding. So I'm just going to tap a little of that onto my skin and then see how that goes. And then I'll just get my blender. All right, let's set this face. All right, so that completes today's look. I'm trying to think of every single thing we used today. I don't think there was anything I wouldn't recommend. The only thing, the foundation was a little bit off of my color, but that's just because I was super tan when I bought it. And I think I matched it up pretty good. You know, we had to use a little extra concealer, and that bronzer was a little bit of a crazy shade for me, but I think we made it work. So just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.